Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for the final series of week 10, so that means on Friday I'll be able to move on to week 11 finally, which is cool because I'm slowly catching up. Libertine saying fuck that mine. So if anyone's watching on YouTube, I just paid the patron break and it ended with the ARG Sabbath one. But yeah, the mine's pretty good. I did set that up, obviously all those clips are set up, but it's all good. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm completely forgetting how to use two monitors. Thanks for the link, Dirk Action Fist. I'm probably not going to go with that chair, but maybe I will. Let me know next cast if it's actually any good, and if it is, I'll see if they sell it in the UK. But if we have a look, this is a bit of a weird series. It is going to be EF versus BuLL. I'm not going to bother going through all of the Is the word Rickamole? Rickamole? I'm not sure what it is, but essentially it's a series with 3 walkovers, so I don't know what the hell happened. I didn't see it at the time, so unfortunately I didn't question anything. But essentially, both teams, it's not wreck-a-mole, there's a rigmarole. That's it, maybe. Is that the right word? I think it is. I'm just gonna Google it quickly because I'm cool. Yeah, it's a lengthy and complicated procedure, or a long and rambly statement or story. There we go. There's your weird British English thing for the day. But essentially, what am I going into? The first game was a walkover, EF got it. This is going to be the second game. If we don't get an ace match, this will be the only game in this series, which is why I didn't kind of want to cast it, but I do say I'll cast every single game in the STPL, so here we are. Let's have a look at our players. One thing to note as well, just about the... Yeah, let's just quickly show the team rankings and how that's changed from the last 2 games, because it won't show the arrows next time I reload the overlay. But essentially, Red move up to 5th, BuLL fall down to 6th, which also pushes down Naz as well. So the fact that Red have moved up, that's pretty good for them. How have Red moved up? Oh, it's because BuLL fell down. Okay, yeah, BuLL fell down. That means Red fell up. Red moved up even. Because Red didn't play today, did they? Did Red play today? No, Red played the other day. They fell up, yeah. Oh my god. My English is going a bit funny. But yeah, they played the other day. But essentially, let's have a look at the map we're going to be seeing in this series. It's going to be Whiteout. Pretty good 3-player map. Regardless, it's cool to watch. In terms of ZVP, it's 6-5 in favor of Zerg right now, so Chaylin is going to have a little bit of an advantage. If we have a look here, Chaylin, with her very, very long introduction, she is from Korea, of course. She's been interested in SC for a while. She tried to become a pro gamer, did give up, but she still plays a lot, studies a lot, streams a lot as well, and she's hoping to show that female players are also good as well, because a lot of people think that only pro gamers can be male, which is just dumb. But so far she's got a 50% win rate in the STPL, and her opponent fighting for BuLL is going to be Dark from Bolivia. Dark with a 40% win rate, ranked 91 in the STPL, which is kind of crazy. That goes to show how many players we've got in the STPL. Yeah, Ariador vs Zero was the last Red War. That was a really, really good game. That was on Monday. Today's Wednesday, thank God. I've been off work this week, and if it was Friday already, I think I'd cry, because it would be the end of my week off. But either way, let's get into game number 2. It's Chaylin versus Dark on Whiteout. Okay, starting us off here in the top right-hand position. From Bolivia in the yellow, it's Dark, fighting for BuLL. And his opponent spawning up here in the in the top left-hand corner, it's going to be Chaylin from Korea, fighting for Eternal Friends. Huh. I don't think that affects the mining, so it should be fine. I don't think I've ever noticed that before on this map. There's a tree stump here, so similar thing, I guess. I think it does help the mining a little bit, so maybe that's why they put it in. I wonder if there's a tree down here. Yeah, there's a tree here as well. You know what this is going to be for? It's to make the mining more efficient. Essentially, rather than having to build like a depot here, it forces the workers to go... Because essentially, if you guys don't know this, initially, workers will go like diagonally down and then across. But because this tree stump is here, it forces them to go inwards and down, which is quicker. You can usually do it with a building, but it looks like the maker of Whiteout decided to make it a little bit better. I did mention before that this is going to be a very short series. I almost didn't cast this because I didn't really want to bring out a series where it was 3 walkovers, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't be fair to Chaylin for her to play a game and then it not get casted, because every other game gets casted regardless. The 4th game of the series always gets casted, even if it's a 3-0. So to say to Chaylin, I'm not going to cast your game because the series was a mess, when it wasn't even her fault, is not fair. So that's why we're casting it here. Chaylin is a good Zerg player, sorry. Of course she's a Zerg player, we know that. But she's a good Zerg player. It's always good to be able to see her play. And Dark is a pretty good Protoss player as well from Bolivia, so I'm looking forward to this game. Oh, drone getting a probe. That's not something you see every day. Assassin. Let's zoom in on this guy for a second. Look at him. Look at him go back. And oh my goodness, I've just seen the drone's face. Look, the drone has an eye. Oh my goodness, I've never noticed that before. When it turns to go sideways, you can see the eyes and the mouth. That is so strange. Oh my goodness. Oh, and now we just watched the drone become a hatchery. He killed a probe and then retired back as a hatchery at home. That was it. Now the Lings are going to be up here trying to force the probe away. At least it keeps the APM up of the Protoss player, because if they stop moving this probe, that is going to die. And yeah, killing SCVs with probes isn't special, Captain Marchoa. Marchoa. I'm not gonna like. Yes, SCVs have more health, but probes are better. Probes are broken, guys. Like, if you're not a Terran player, you wouldn't understand. But probes just have infinite HP. They do 100 damage per shot, and they're bullshit essentially. Like, don't listen to this Protoss propaganda from Bonneth of saying that was hard. If Artosis was here, he'd be like, "Oh wow, Bonneth, you can kill an SCV with a probe. You must be so good at the game." I mean, I guess Artosis would be a little bit more respectful for Bonneth, but if that was any other, like, if that was a ladder Protoss, that would be it. No, but Captain Marchior, I'm only kidding. Probes obviously do have less health than SCVs, so essentially SCVs are better than probes. And yeah, as Invidentia says, everything I can't do is broken and everything I can do is not strong enough. That's Terran players. That's actually a really good one. When Artosis gets angry, that's Artosis 100%. Like, I feel bad because I get upset when I lose, but I get upset myself, whereas when you watch, like, the Artosis Rage videos, like, nice username made, and, was it Fisky Rain or something, who doesn't do StarCraft videos anymore, after the Blizzard China thing, yeah, when, oh my goodness, like, what those videos, like, Artosis gets so angry, and I feel for him, but I know he's getting angry because that's how he deals with losing. It's just when he loses twice in a row to the same guy doing the same thing, and he's like, wow, this guy's so bad. And it's like, really? If you keep losing to him, is he that bad? But yeah, we got the Lings in the main. This is a massive move by Chaylin. This is going to be very, very annoying for Dark to be able to deal with. One of the painful problems, which is really, really annoying. If you get Lings in your main and they've got speed until you get your Citadel up, until you get Zealot speed, you can't catch them. So if Chaelin keeps up her micro here, she's going to be able to keep these drones alive, or these Lings alive, for a very long time. Gets another probe. That's 3 probes, I think, that have gone down to 3 Lings, which is really, really good. Okay, the Lings are starting to get cleaned up. Dark has managed to get a handle on the situation, so that's going to make him feel a little bit better. But you can see that Dark has added 2 gateways in as natural, and later on, I don't think Dragoons can fit through this gap. I'm going to be genuinely 100% honest and say I do not think Dragoons are going to fit through here, so this gateway is going to have to be killed. And I think the Dragoons are going to get stuck here as well, I think. Pretty awkward, but that's how it is. There's Mutalist coming in from Chaelin. That's obviously a big thing I didn't go and check the base for, but Chaelin is on 3 hatcheries right now. She's doing a really, really good job. Moving up to a 4th and 5th. The 5th one is actually the one coming in now. And the Mutalist is going to be able to clean up these Zealots. No problem whatsoever. And this is definitely looking better and better for Chaelin, because the trouble is, back at home, there's no Templar Archives, I don't think, yet. And with no Templar Archives, there's going to be no Archons, there's going to be no High Templar, and there's going to be no Storm, and there's no Stargate either. And yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Chaelin is definitely doing a lot better. They do have the same worker count, but that's definitely a benefit for Chaelin. Zerg, if they're ahead in drones, are in an amazing position. So the fact that Chaelin is only 1 supply off of being ahead in supply, and now she is, that just shows how dire the situation is for Dark already. Like, how realistically is Dark going to deal with Chaelin's units? Like, he can't kill the Mutalisks. He's building a ton of cannons, but the problem with cannons is, yes, they keep you alive for now, but eventually, when you come to leave your base, that 150 minerals you spent on a cannon, that's not going to do anything for you. And that's the major, major issue. Now, there is double Stargate coming in. There's still no Templar Archives, though. So essentially, Dark is going all in about defending these Mutalisks. And if he can do it, he has a chance to draw the game out longer. And the later the game gets in ZVP, the better it gets for Protoss. As Archon Reaver, very, very good, as we saw in Eriador versus Eon Zerg. But as Eriador pointed out, if you go Queens, that can beat that composition. And I have seen Chaelin use Queens before, and she's pretty good at it. So if we do get that late game, that late in the game, things could definitely get a lot more interesting. But for now, at the very least, Dark is very far behind. He's down 12 supply already. Chaelin is doing well. She's on her 3rd base. She doesn't have her 3rd gas just yet. But she doesn't necessarily need it right now. She's got a 905 gas bank already. Probably going to save up a load of minerals and either go into a Queen's Nest, into a Hive, or very possibly just into a load of Mutalisks to win the game. So, just to point out as well, if you're watching this, I do apologize if this is a spoiler. The next game, or the next 2 games, are a walkover. 1 goes to EF and 1 goes to BuLL. So if Dark cannot win this game, we will not be going to the ace match, and Chaelin will win the series for her team 3-1. I know it's a little bit anticlimactic that we got 3 walkovers, but it's the only series it's happened to in Season 2, and it's really the first time it's been a major issue. Now, I know last year in Season 1, there was a week where BuLL's team didn't show up again, and it's because essentially it was like a Bolivian national holiday and everyone was out doing essentially their carnival, and that's why no one was around. But I don't know when that was. I highly doubt it was in January, but you never know. So it would have been December, I guess. Now we've got an additional 5 gateways coming in to the main, so it's going to be 8 gateways overall. Look how many Zealots there are. Plus 1 attack is done. Zealots are good units. But I mean, look at how much Zerg is running across the map right now, and even flying as well. There is a lot of Corsairs, the Corsair count growing very, very quickly. And obviously, as we saw in, I think it was Game 1 in the last series. No, not Game 1, it was Game 3. No. Was it? What was Game 3? it was either game 3 or game 4, and essentially we just saw. It was game 4 because it was Babbo. Essentially, Babbo got so badly supply blocked by like a million Corsairs that he couldn't do anything. And Albert saying that was probably in August, possibly, but yeah, I don't know the excuse for them not showing up this time. Like, BuLL are a good team, and I'm really thankful that they're here in the STPL. Oh my god, the Scourge connecting on those Corsairs is definitely the worst thing that could be happening to BuLL, to Dark and BuLL right now, as Chaelin just seems to keep... she keeps increasing her lead. I don't know what to say. She's now up only just over 10 supply, but no, that's just over 20 supply. Which is something, like, Dark has managed to pull it back by building a load of gateway units, but the issue is... this is an all-in now. This is going to be 9 gateways off of 2 bases. That effectively makes it impossible to expand. There is no 4th base from Chaelin, but there is a drone going up there to take one now. Well, here's the moment of truth. That Dragoon is stuck. The other Dragoons cannot get out of the base, so this gateway is going to have to be killed. I mean, essentially, Albert, the reason why Chaelin hasn't gone for a 4th yet is because she doesn't need to. Essentially, she knows that Dark is still on 2 bases. She's been getting a ton of units. Look at that pull away on those Corsairs. On the Scourge, even. Now, there is Storm, but Muteless is so hard to hit with Storm that it's just going to make it really difficult. The thing is, Chaelin knows that where Dark is on 2 base, the only thing he can possibly really do is go for an all-in. And she saw all the gateways with her Scourge before, so all she's done is spend all of her money, all of her hatcheries on lava, on building attacking units, because the economy of Chaelin is fine. So it's perfect for her already. Now Dark does finally have the Templar Archives. Obviously he's got the Storm. The units are getting choked up here. Losing one of his gateways when Dark is going for an all-in is definitely going to cause him problems. But Chaelin is just playing this very, very safe, although look at this. She's going to go in from multiple angles. The Muteless going to come in, try and snipe some of these High Templar. Can she get it before the Storm goes off? No, she can't. But a Lurker up front is going to help. There's no observatory, and there's going to be no observers for a very long time. And Dark's army is effectively melting. There's so many Hydralisks here. And this ends the game. GG, Dark taps out, and Chaelin not only takes the game, but she will take the series for her team 3-1. Now, I do apologize if you've just tuned in. I know that was just one game. It was the final of our 3 series. I didn't even admit that I was going to be casting this because I wasn't sure if I would. But it was a good game. Chaelin did an incredibly good job. Now, unfortunately, the final 2 games and the first game of this series were a walkover, which it happens sometimes. There's not really too much you can do about it. Pinkbrush gets the walkover win against Fly Mio. And then we had Inca getting the walkover win for BuLL. So BuLL get, I guess they get a kind of moral victory, but they didn't actually win the game. So Amapasu saying Foreigner is dead several times. I guess so, yes. But at the end of the day, the games were mostly close. DeWalt could have beaten Forever in that last series, no problem whatsoever. But unfortunately, it's just not the way the cookie crumbled at the end of the day. So let's actually add the win for Eternal Friends. Then we will have a look at the results, and then we'll reload the overlay and see how the week standing is on the end of week number 10. Because on Friday, we're going to be going into week 11. So that'll be 6. So let's have a look at the results. And it is overall Funk. Unfortunately, you've just missed it all. But given the STPL usually starts at 8 PM my time, you're like way late. And Avino is saying I don't like to cast a Stomp game. Is that what I'm saying? No, it's not. I was just reading out Amapasu's thing. Like, genuinely, Stomp games to me are interesting. I'll explain it a little bit before I end up the cast. But in terms of the results, Goku wins over Reina with a walkover. Chaelin wins over a fantastic game over Dark. Pinkbrush gets the win over Fly Mio with a walkover, and Inca gets the final win with a walkover over Blaze. So it's 3-1 in favor Unfortunately, this was a walkover, so one side didn't show up in multiple games. That is the only time this has happened in Season 2 at that scale. It happened once in Season 1, but the teams have definitely been better this season about it. So let's bring up the team rankings. We'll see how they look at the end of Week 11. But thanks for watching, Monorist. Thanks for staying around till 1 AM, man. It's kind of crazy you stayed up that late, but really glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully everyone else watching enjoyed it as well. But let's have a look at the team rankings, then we'll see how it goes. In terms of the end of the what do you call it? Oh, thank you, Braino Jack. Yeah, Braino Jack for the 300-bit cheer, man. Means a lot. Let's actually have a look at the team rankings. I'm going to record this as well so I can put it on Twitter. And also Fujikoda really likes getting these rankings in. Soul Gaming continue to hold their their first place spot with 10-0 match wins. Valhalla continue to hold second with 9-1. White Clan hold position 3 with 7-2. IRK hold position 4 with 6-4. Red move up to 5th with 6-4 as well. They're just behind IRK on match wins, game wins. They need 7 more game wins to get ahead of IRK, but they are safely in the bracket to get into the playoffs. Naz win this week.
Easily amused, huh?
Puts them in 6th. Thank you, Iskra, for the sub again. 2-month streak, man. Thank you so much. BuLL team drop down to 7th after that loss. EF move up to 8th. They are both. There's 3 teams on 5 for 5. All of them are currently in a position to get into the playoffs. But look how close behind in the final 2 weeks Ash, Net Wars, and Clan Revolution are. 4 wins, 6 losses. It could go either way with 2 weeks to spare in 9th, 10th, and 11th. And Nice DM and Psystorm, unfortunately, their STPL Season 2 career is over. They're not going to be able to make it into the playoffs at the end of the day, but they will have their games to play still. There is 2 weeks left. There's 3 weeks left. There's Week 11, Week 12, and Week 13. So 3 weeks left to play for all of the teams. And let's see how things are going to change. Soul Gaming, I mean, they may lose the top spot, but it doesn't really matter. The big issue is if they lose the top spot, they lose their top seed. I'm going to make a graphic about this tomorrow. I said I was going to do this yesterday and I forgot. Essentially, position 1 in the team rankings will get seeded into the semi-finals on one side. Position 2 will get seeded into the semi-finals in the other side. 3 and 4 will be seeded into the quarterfinals below them. And the bottom 4 teams, 5 to 8, are going to be seeded into like the point below the quarterfinals. They'll play each other. Both teams will go against each other. They'll move up to the quarters. They'll move up to the semis, and then of course we'll have the finals at the very end. So there's 3 weeks left of the group stage starting on Friday, and then from there we'll have the playoffs. And it should be amazing. Once again, a huge thank you to our sponsors, Liquipedia, for the $500 donation towards the prize pool. They are going to be doing a bracket contest when it comes to the playoffs as well, so you guys can look forward to that. Also, there'll be prizes as well. So, huge thank you as well to all the very generous people, as well as Matrino themselves as well. For getting the prize pool up to $806 on Matrino. That puts our entire prize pool for Season 2 at $103. What the hell am I reading? $1,300 overall, which is really, really good. Super good. It's really cool that Rev could take a spot. So could Ash. In Season 1, I would say they would have no chance of getting into the playoffs, but they've both improved so much. And I'm very much looking forward to the future for both those teams, as well as all the other teams as well. So thank you so much once again for tuning in. If you do want to support the STPL, the best way you can do it is to continue watching. If you can support monetarily, the best way you can do it is through Patreon, but you can also donate on Matrino as well. You can sub to the channel, like a load of people already are, which is I'm really thankful for. And essentially, just let people know about it. One of the things, Rapper did an interview with Esports John from Team Liquid, and one of the things he said was just talking about the tournament to people is the best way of helping, because essentially one of the problems Brood War tournaments especially have about growing is Brood War doesn't have a massive like thing on Twitter or anything. It doesn't have a massive thing on Reddit. But if you start talking about the tournaments, not only STPL, BSL, Have At You, EGM Fight Night, all of the lands that keep popping up every once in a while, Corrupted Cup as well, you can help grow the you can help grow the Brood War scene. So it's the power's in your hands, guys. It's not completely useless. Now I'm gonna find someone to host. I think I've already found the person I want to host already. Just because he is so good, but he is wearing a vest, which, let's host him anyway. We're gonna go have a look at Zero's stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much once again for tuning in. Have a very good morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1500 CET for the Cast of You Star League Season 2. I'm going to be casting that with Rapid, so see you guys very, very soon.